So next is a note that comes with a lot of innuendo, isn't it? And to be fair, it is quite a lovely, nice fruit. It can come in perfumery, again in a kind of sweet way, come in a kind of peardrop candy way. It can be green and fresh and crisp. For some reason I didn't pick a green and fresh and crisp one, though I could have done. Never mind. That's pear, which is quite, it's been used more and more in modern perfumery, I think, than it used to be. It's less plasticky than it once was, and it's in a lot of fragrances nowadays. So we'll just get straight into it. So first up is from a newer indie brand, and that's called Darkest Bloom. It's called Darkest Bloom now. It's changed its name, and the brand is Mabel, who's somebody who came about last year. The great fragrance called Lunar Dust, and this was the one that I kind of really fell in love with. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, Darkest Bloom is kind of a tropical, floral, fruity one. Not the same as all the others. I mean, the clue's in the name. It's a darker one of them kind of styles, and obviously it's got some nice smooth woods. It's got some fruits, it's got your kind of tropical florals. I think it's tiari, not frangipani in this one. Lovely big blooming creamy florals, and there's not just pear going through it. I think there's something else, can't off the top of my head remember, maybe blackcurrant plum, something like that aren't so strong. But the pear is kind of this juicy, mouth-watering kind of Peardrop one, but it's not sugary and it's not massively sweet. It's just like a dark, juicy pear, and that runs through it and kind of balances them creamy tropical florals really nicely. And it's kind of sunshiny, but it makes you think maybe of a kind of evening time on a tropical beach or somewhere like that. It's quite magnificent. So that's Darkest Bloom from Mabel. Next is a niche fragrance, well, the niche one, and that's from Vicanto, if you like, Lucrezia. And primarily it's very much like a kind of extrait, maybe more refined version of black opium, and everything's very smooth and very elegant. And it's obviously, you know, jasmine, a little dabble of coffee, dark vanilla, that kind of thing. And the pear, now the pear in this one is especially more noticeable in the opening, I'd say. It just adds a kind of, I think this one's more a greener pear. It's not overly sweet, but it adds that fruity bite, and it does linger through it the whole time, but you more notice it up front in the opening. And obviously I think you'll know the DNA of this one even if you haven't smelt it, and that kind of more emphasised feel of that also adds a kind of, with the florals, I mean it's based on Lucrezia Borgia, is it? Is it the Borgia or is it the other ones? Oh, it doesn't matter, you know what I mean. And it just adds that like sweet, kind of enticing, intoxicating feel about it. Beautiful fragrance, not going to waffle on for the sake of it. That's Lucrezia from Vicanto. And finally, for the designer, I'll go for a very famous one. I think he might be discontinued, sadly, and I actually really love this fragrance. Did I own it? Well, yes I did. Ultramal, from Jean-Paul Gaultier. Now this is mainly in the opening and it lingers through it. It's like a stewed pear and pineapple to me. Like it's really quite dark and rich through it, and it's got your you know, your vanilla notes, your woods, etc. going through it, but it's primarily these big, massive. So yeah, where was I? I have no idea. Well, I think we all pretty much know Ultramal anyway. It's a very fun, obnoxiously loud and obnoxiously sweet kind of clubbing one from back in the day. And that's what I love about it. It is too much, it is ridiculous, it is super sweet, and youthful and ridiculous, but I suppose I was one day. No, we'll not go that way, so we'll go back this way. Little plane there. But yeah, it kind of, to me anyway, it's very youthful. And the pear and the I don't know if there's even pineapple in this, but it's then very kind of stewed, you know, upside down cake in syrup kind of fruits, and it just works absolutely magnificently. And if it is discontinued nowadays, probably reformulated to death if it's not. It's a shame. It's because it's Lamal was fun in its day, but now it's kind of, it's more of a mature one, isn't it? You associate with people my age and a bit older. But Ultramal, I think, has that thing. I've got a mini, obviously a 10ml decant of it somewhere at home, and it is something I really enjoy. So anyway, that's Ultramal from Jean Paul Gaultier. So yeah, that's it. These are just pear fragrances. There's is it Angela's pear, something like that, from Nikolai, would be one I should have put in this list. So it's your kind of it's your extra, if you like, your little honourable mention. And that's a kind of very green, crisp one, almost like a savoury pear. It's quite lovely and refreshing. But that just kind of, I'm saying that because it shows the point. Pear can behave so differently in the fragrances. So what about you? What sort of pear do you like? Do you like a crisp, fresh one, a boozy pear, a more kind of sweet, fun pear, candied one? What's your favourite pear fragrance? Alright folks, this should have ultimately been very super brief, I hope. Thanks, bye.